Hey traders, so today the London session has just started. So I've already drew out my supply and demand zones. You can see here that this is clearly a demand zone where the green is. You can see the price dropped into the zone before then breaking market structure, which is just over here. So it broke that market structure. And you can see that up here, I marked out this as a supply zone. So I'm waiting for the price to enter back into this zone before then taking a short and trying to try and take some micro profits here today. Or if it breaks this market structure, so breaks this high, then we may want to look at doing a long. So again, as usual, usually it's just waiting to see where the price goes, and then entering into a trade. If we drop out to the 4 hour time frame, um, you can also see that the price is trailing below the EMA, which signals bearish momentum. So we could see some more push into the downside. Whereas there is a very key area of support here. You can see that the support, the price has respected that support low on the 4 hour frame. And you can also see that the price is struggling to break above here, so struggling to break above this high. If I drop down into the 1 hour frame, again, we can see that the price is trailing just below the EMA. And again, yeah, so this is just more of a closer snapshot that it's failing to break through that previous lower low. Which is why I just want to play it safe for the time being and just wait for some of these micro trades to play out. So again, it's just waiting now. You can see a bit of a fair value gap happening here, where the price may retrace back into here before jumping up and breaking this previous higher high, where we can then enter a short position. So that would confirm this being a area of supply. I'll put my stop loss above this previous high and um, try and target one of these lows down here. So that's the strategy for today. Again, it's mostly just waiting. So let's just see it where the price goes or where the price takes us. All right, our price has just entered into that supply zone. So we're now going to start trying to identify a short position and try and target either this lower low down here or the lower low down here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Um, all right, let me just jump into the 5 minute time frame and then we can take a closer look. Ooh, massive surge into the upside though. Wow, look at that. Okay, it's only just tapped into that supply zone, so we may want to give it a couple more minutes, trying to bring that price up slightly higher. And what we will want to do is get our short position ready. So what we can do is we'll do a 15 to 30, 40, so to about 45. Um, and you can see here trying to aim for a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Um, when that price finally pushes our stop loss just above that previous higher high. Okay, so we're almost there. Perfect. All right, let me enter into that trade, that position now. So we can see here that I put the stop, hold on, I put the stop above this previous higher high. Let me just remove this. Above this previous higher high. We can see that it has tapped into that supply zone, and I am now hoping a reversal is about to happen, and so we should see this go into the downside, targeting this previous demand zone. That is what I hope is going to happen, but we'll see whether or not this trade plays out as I'm expecting it to. Again, it's now just waiting. So again, identified the supply zone and identified the demand zone, and we can see that it has tapped into that supply zone. I think the setup is relatively good. I don't see any big news announcements on the horizon between the US and the GBP, the US dollar and the GBP. So I'm hoping this will play out according to supply and demand zone trading. We can already see this beginning to push into the downside, which is exactly what we want to see. Already seeing a slight profit of $3, which is great. So just have to continue to wait and see at where the price takes us. Let's hope we can make a profit today. Oh man, look at this this massive breakout that has just happened. So you can see that whatever it is has pushed the market up drastically. This is on the 5 minute time frame as well. Pushed it up drastically. Failed to break that high. Quite nerve-wracking, to be honest. I need to take a look and see if there was any news. I don't think there was, and I think to support this, I think it was just perhaps an institutional smart money going in and pushing that price up a little bit more. But what's interesting is you can see here that that big push into the upside was, I mean, that volume seemed a little bit misplaced. Like look at all of this volume, and then you just see this huge spike in buy volume. So what I'm seeing here, what I feel is this is either a liquidity grab or this is a fake breakout. So what I'm hoping for now is the price to drop back down and hopefully break this low. If we break this low, then we're in the money, which is going to be fantastic, and I hopefully can reach my TP down here. If it doesn't break, so if it comes back down and it fails to break into the downside, I may have to just cut the loss and close this position. Let me mark this out. So all right, so this line, this is what I'm hoping it will break. A thick green line. Okay. So I'm hoping that the price is now going to push down, continue pushing, break this previous area of support, and hopefully we will see it go into, so my TP's here, go into the TP and enter into that demand zone. That's what I'm hoping for. Um, Again, it's just waiting. It's just waiting. I think this is a failed breakout though. I think this is just a lot of momentum being pushed into the upside, but it's not a bullish signal to me. I could be wrong. Maybe it just breaks through my stop loss, but we'll see. Continue waiting. Yeah, I have a feeling, hopefully it's going to be pushing back into the downside, hopefully. But oh. Anyway, it's a very good representation of a double bottom. So you've got this double bottom, which is a chart pattern that indicates bullish momentum. So you can see that the price dropped down to here. It tried to break above, and then it dropped back down, creating this you can get a triple bottom as well. So if it came down again, it might even push again up into the upside. What I'm hoping for is that this becomes a double top. So you got the first top here. Hopefully this becomes a very powerful double top that pushes all the way down into our TP. So again, just need to keep waiting and watching. Hopefully it does break down into the downside. So as we can see, it has broken through our original supply zone, and it seems scarily close to my stop loss, which is just up here, which is a bit of a shame. So hopefully this is going to turn into a double top and begin pushing it back down, which would be uh, which would be fantastic. If we drop this jump out to the hour time frame. So you can see here we've got a double top forming. This is what I'm hoping is going to happen now. Um, is that it's going to respect that stock chart pattern and start pushing it back into the downside. If it doesn't, then that's fine. And that's the entire point of trading and doing this trading on a live account so you guys can see that, okay, fine, sometimes you just have to take a loss. And I'll absorb that loss and relook at analyzing the charts again tomorrow and trying to find out a different setup pattern. So let's just keep waiting and see if it hits that stop loss. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we'll see a very sharp push into the downside. But if not, as I said, it's not a huge issue. I think it's going to hit the stop loss now. Ah, very, very close to hitting that stop loss. What is the stop loss? Ah, okay. So that would be what, roughly 18, $19 down. Bit of a shame because earlier today I think I was verging on the 17, $18 in profit, which would have been great, but it's okay. These things certainly happen. Yeah, here we go. A lot of push into the upside. I think it is signaling a reverse. So you can actually see here the EMA. So the uh now the EMAs are below the stock charts, signaling a reversal into the upside. So a bit of a shame that, okay, fine, we, didn't play out. If I were to re-enter into a new trade, I would likely go long based on this EMA. Of course, I would want to find an area to retest and then go long. But today, no, we'll just take the loss And, you know, it happens. It happens. Take the loss. It's fine. Very close. 1430. Zoom back out. Let's go into the 5 minutely frame. Oh, it's just verging on my stop loss. Look at that. Just insanely close to the stop loss. Very close to being stopped out. But again, you can see why. Okay, I put it above that previous high. Um, I think that was a good place to put it. Good place to place it. Um, you know, if you see the next 15-minute candle close above the previous high, then this is a pretty good indication that you may want to go in for a long position. So close to being stopped out, but I don't get stopped out. Okay. I'm assuming I'm going to see a huge surge into the upside. Also, you can look down here and see that momentum is pretty solid. So yeah, we're seeing a potential reversal, you know, which obviously sucks for me, but it's not a fake breakout like we saw earlier, right? Like there was this huge candle here, this fake breakout, and it just pushed everything into the downside. This we're seeing the a lot of the volume, which is relatively evened out, is indicating the market wants to go into the upside. That's how I'm reading it, at least. Um, it would be really cool if we saw a huge amount of volume pushing the stock, pushing the price into the downside and hitting my TP. I don't see that happening today, but that would have been pretty awesome. So almost there at that stop loss. I mean, it's also a really good example on managing risk as well. So yeah, I could have easily just put my stop loss higher and higher and higher, hoping, okay, so now I've been stopped out. Like I could have put my stop loss higher and higher and higher, hoping that that double top on the hour frame plays out and pushes it back into the downside, which of course in this case it doesn't. There it is. Unfortunately, it got stopped out at £15 today, so that means I'm roughly what, almost $20 down today. It's okay. Hopefully tomorrow we can make that back. It's a really good time to stop and, not trade because then it's just emotional trading. Um, but anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it helps and good luck with your trading. Hopefully you didn't get stopped out today.